up, you guys? So for today's video, I'm going to be doing something that I wish I could have watched 2 years ago before moving to college. It is so funny to look back on all my old videos from like the summer before I moved to college, because I thought I knew it all and you could tell how like confident I was about moving to college.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm going to college in like a week. I'm just gonna skip through all the boring stuff and show you like all the fun stuff I'm bringing.
However, little did I know quite how much I was going to learn the next 2 years at school, and 2 years later I just thought it was about time that I share all of this with you guys. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Adrienne and I'm a rising junior at UNC Charlotte in Charlotte, North Carolina. So make sure you click that subscribe button. I've been uploading tons of like college, back to school related videos, all that fun stuff. Also, before I get started, I just wanted to say don't forget to enter my back to school giveaway. It's going on right now for the next month, so go ahead and enter that. I will have the link below. Some of these tips are super blunt, to the point, and simplistic, and then some of them can kind of just be stretched out and you can just use them as words of wisdom. I have tons of stuff written down that I want to share with you guys, so let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so the very first thing I wish I would have known before moving to college was to never set foot in the bookstore. Alright, I'm just kidding, but really, do not buy anything from the bookstore, book related, unless it's absolutely necessary. Most college bookstores will literally charge you $200 to $300 more for a book than you really need to pay, and to this day I still have not bought a single book from the bookstore. What I'll do instead is I'll just look up the name of the book on Amazon and I'll check off the used button, and I literally get all my textbooks for like $25 to $30 just because I'm buying them used off Amazon. And if you're really on a budget, you can even rent them for like 13 or 14 bucks. So yeah, there are so many other things I would rather do with my money rather than buy books. So if you want to save money too, just use Amazon or some kind of used textbook website. The next thing I wish I would have known before moving to college was that staying healthy is gonna be hard. I remember my first time I stepped foot into the dining hall and I was just simply amazed about having 14 different choices of ice cream. And I think it took me all 2 semesters to then realize that just because the dining hall has all these selections does not mean I have to take it up every single time I go to the dining hall. Staying healthy during the week is a really good idea, because that way when you do have that, you know, drunk cookout on the weekend, you don't feel as bad about it. But yeah, make healthy choices right now while you can in college, rather than having to pay for it later when you have like the freshman 15. The next thing I wish I would have known before college was how incredibly thankful I would be for my mentor. So my mentor is my big, and I got her just through my sorority. She's basically just an older sister who I look up to for advice, and we've grown so close the past 2 years. We're best friends. We went to Hawaii together last summer, and obviously not everyone's gonna join a sorority, but I know most schools do have mentor programs, and also you don't need to be in like a program to get a mentor. Like a mentor can just be somebody older that you look up to. But yeah, just find someone a couple years older that you can trust and just have in case you ever have any questions. Sarah, if you're watching this, you're a beast. I love you, and you're gonna kill it in grad school this fall. The next thing I wanted to share with you all is not something that I personally dealt with, but I know it's something that some of my friends did deal with a couple of years ago. Obviously, not everyone is able to or wants to take the 4-year college route, so if you are one of the people that's going to community college for, you know, your first couple of years or just to get your degree, then don't worry about like all the other people that are going to the 4-year universities. I know personally some of my friends like were sad, or they just kind of got like a little upset when they saw everyone moving out, but 2 years later they're all super happy and they're definitely very glad with the decision they made. So yeah, if you are doing something other than the typical like 4-year university, then that's totally okay. Don't get caught up in like comparing yourself to other people. As long as you're happy, then that's all that matters. The next thing that I wish I would have known before coming to college was that there was a huge family waiting for me that I had no idea about. It's so crazy to think that 2 years ago, like all the people that are in my life right now, I had no idea who any of them were. And a lot of those people I did not meet until like my 2nd or 3rd semester of college. So if you're like going through your first semester and you're just kind of struggling to make friends, or you're wondering like where your true friend group is at, don't be worried. Friendships definitely do take time to form. And then kind of going off of that, the next thing I wanted to tell you guys that I wish I would have known before coming to college is that things are really never exactly how they're portrayed on social media. I don't know, this one's kind of hard to explain, but the best way I can explain it is I remember one time I was sitting on Instagram just scrolling through my feed, and I kept seeing photos of this party that I had gone to, and it was the worst party ever. Like I didn't want to be there. I don't think many people were really having fun, but the way people's Instagrams and Facebook posts about this specific event looked like was that it was so much fun. But yeah, the moral of the story is like never let posts on social media get you down about like either not being at a specific event or like invited to like a fraternities mountain weekend. Stuff you see on social media is definitely not worth being upset over. Don't waste your time. And And kind of going off of that one is do whatever makes you happy in college. This is your time to shine. I remember like my freshman year, we were waiting outside the dorms, and I think we were waiting for like the Uber to pull up so that we could go somewhere, and we saw some kid like with his backpack walking to the library on a Friday night. And like I think that's so cool that that kid decided that like, no, I'm not gonna go out on a Friday, I'm gonna go to the library and just do my own thing. But yeah, so like if staying in and reading on your Friday night is what makes you happy, then do that. College is about you as an individual, so never feel like you have to live up to somebody's specific expectations or do like an exact way because of how social media portrays college of being like. The next thing I wish I would have known before moving to college is to avoid Friday and 8 a.m. classes at all costs. So yeah, Friday classes in college are definitely a very sticky situation. Personally, I like to go home for the weekend, so having no Friday classes is prime, but obviously you can't always get that lucky. This upcoming semester, I do have a class on Friday, which I'm pretty bummed about, but it's all good. I mean, I haven't had one before, so I'll have to deal with it. And then similar to that is just avoiding 8 a.m. classes. So if you're a morning person, then girl power, go get you some 8 a.m. classes, girl. But if you are not a morning person and you already know that ahead of time, do not sign up for a morning class unless you're gonna have extreme willpower. And if you do get stuck with an 8 a.m. class, then be smart and either go to bed early the night before, or like be prepared, like have an energy drink ready, wake up early so you can drink coffee, do something so that you can make it through that class. The next thing I wish I would have known before moving to college was that the word no was going to become much more frequent in my vocabulary. When I moved to college, I was so awesome about just being like super fun. Anytime I got an invite somewhere, I would usually take the person up on that invite. But what you'll find is that will get very old very quickly, and as school kind of like begins to settle in, like your classes will get real and you'll have to spend a lot more time on your studies. If you're worried about your friends like judging you for not wanting to go out or something because you have other priorities, then they're not your true friends. Your real friends will actually understand that you are responsible and a big girl that knows how to say no. Alright you guys, and the final thing I wish I would have known before college 2 years ago was that friends will come and go, but at the end of the day, your parents are the true MVPs. It's gonna be so easy to get caught up with just like hanging out with friends and socializing and your studies, but do not forget to share some love with your parents. After all, they're probably a big part of you getting to college in the first place, so just make sure to call them sometimes. I know like my mom personally loves when I tag her and stuff on Facebook. I don't know what it is, but just moms love that. So tag them and stuff on Facebook. Just make them know that you haven't forgotten about them. After being here for 2 years, I'm very confident in what I've learned, although I know I still have so much more that I'm gonna learn in the next 2 years of being here. If you're on the hunt for any more back to school videos, go ahead and check out my channel. I have tons of advice, tips, tricks, DIY videos, you name it, they're all on my channel. So be sure to click that subscribe button so you will never miss a new one. Alright, but I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!